Good afternoon, everybody. MWC, day 4, we're finishing up. This is the final keynote from the Telecom Infra Project. My name is Vishal Mathur. I'm the Global Head of Engagement at TIP. I'm using this session to wrap up on what TIP has been doing over the past 4 days and our key messages, but also some of the great things that are happening in the community globally, which actually shows that together we will build, but also together we will succeed. So once again, I'd like to thank our sponsors in TIP who have actually come in and really harnessed the value of being a part of the community. This is obviously a strong arm of our very big global representation of 650 members that are distributed across operators, vendors, system integrators, startups, and academia. Let me just start back from what was said on day 1 by Christian Toivo, our executive director. The whole point is that TIP is really truly focusing on moving forward the agenda from engineering and roadmaps to actual delivery of open and disaggregated network solutions. In this year, we're focusing on 3 main programs: our Open RAN program, Open Optical Packet Transfer, and Open Wi-Fi. The last 2 are already well-established ecosystems that are commercially deploying in the market already, but there's more work that can be done in making these safe bets for procurement. And beyond that, there is a whole great harness of work happening in the woodworks of what TIP communities are doing. A number of other programs that are already endeavoring to develop roadmaps as well as new initiatives that can be taken into market. As a part of that, what are we trying to address? Let's just remember that there are 2 primary industry-led challenges. One is that as we enter a world of more suppliers entering the market, there are inefficiencies in this. Those who are looking to procure open and disaggregated network solutions need a path towards procurement. And that means helping to corral and orchestrate and facilitate a way of trying to bring in suppliers into the market, as well as helping them to address multi-vendor solutions. The second thing, most importantly, is improving the trust and the confidence for those who are looking to purchase open disaggregated network solutions. And for us in TIP, this is moving the model from just doing interoperability testing or performance testing and conformance against standards and specs in Plugfest, but actually moving towards certification-ready commercial-grade network solutions. We have a process, and the process hasn't changed for the past 3-4 years, all the way from aligning the supply and demand and harmonizing requirements around that so that there are common need sets that are being addressed for use cases where CTOs will be looking to deploy network technologies in a cloud-native way, through to defining the industry roadmap so that there's a pragmatic and prioritized approach to doing this so that the supply ecosystem can deliver those solutions that are ready now, but also for those in the future. Through to actually the new insertion, which is system certification. TIP will be a certification body for the industry. We're looking to harness the power of the industry as well as public sector to make that a reality. And in that regard, we will want to try and address the whole point of test once, deploy many. And that is a really good signal to the market that there is trust and confidence in those multi-vendor interoperable solutions available in the market. Beyond that, how do we promote this? So the whole ideology is to ensure that on our TIP exchange, it is well addressing the blueprints that are necessary for CTOs to make informed decisions with a set of badged vendors and system integrators that can meet those requirements. And then finally, lifecycle management. As industry shifts towards taking on these new solutions, there's a transformational journey that needs to be addressed. How do we address lifecycle management so that there are end-to-end roadmaps of how to operate and manage and deploy these types of systems? We, of course, continue to use a signal to the market of product maturity, from bronze badge, where there's compliance against requirements, to silver badge, where multi-vendor interoperable solutions are tested in controlled environments, to gold badges, where operators or ISPs are able to take these solutions into their networks and actually showcase them being integrated and working in public networks and private networks. But as I mentioned, the whole visual ambition is TIP Exchange ends up becoming a fulcrum place for those types of solutions to be showcased with very good, important reference materials that are industry proof. Let's not forget that there's a lot of work going on around here. 150 plus trials and deployments across 45 countries showcases that open disaggregated network solutions are inevitable. Whether it's Open RAN, Open Optical Packet Transport, Open Wi-Fi, these are areas that are already incumbent in the networks already. But what I wanted to do was highlight the fact that these are shining examples where some of these great configurations can be brought into TIP Exchange and really showcase the value of procurable solutions in the market. On top of that, I wanted to highlight some of the great examples just happening quite recently in the past 6 months since Fuse 2022. If you take Open RAN right now, we could say that Vodafone has been a shining example of driving Open RAN into their networks. And Vodafone UK has already had the ambitions of putting 5G-ready Open RAN into urban environments. That is a blueprint we're looking forward to. Vodafone and Orange have set up a sharing ambition as well, and using Romania as a test case where network sharing can be used as a new business model to drive forward the ambitions of densification of networks. Let's also not forget in the open optical packet transport space, there have been great examples of disaggregated cell site gateway continue to be rolled out, particularly in emerging markets like in Africa and DRC, but also in Asia Pacific as well. And I wanted to shine out to Multinet, one of our key ambassadors of open optical packet transport, who are taking on Cassini as a product set with Edge Core and IP Infusion and rolling that out across their whole network, which is 14,000 kilometers of network transmission. Furthermore, let's go on to open Wi-Fi. In that space, that is now still a great proposition for the market. Enterprise-grade open Wi-Fi propositions are becoming reality where multi-room or multi-housing establishments can actually put open Wi-Fi access points into network, as well as public outdoor propositions as well. Spectra, a housing association in India, is a shining example here. They've put 6,000 open Wi-Fi compliant access points into their network, which is the biggest deployment of open Wi-Fi right now. And let's move on. I think these are great examples where we can really showcase the fact that there is a real set of beautiful examples of operators and ISPs taking these solutions and making them procurement ready. I want to address the fact that collaboration is key here. So one of the key examples of this is that it's not just industry working towards this endeavor, but also the public sector. So a couple of great examples of where public and private collaboration is really driving forward not just ecosystem development in market, but job creation and skills development as well. So Indonesia here has been a shining example where over the past 2 years, TIP has been working as a strategic advisor to Kominfo, which is the government of Indonesia and the Ministry of ICT, with the industry in large, and driving forward a very collaborative approach to testing Open RAN in a TIP community lab in Telecom University, and then rolling out Open RAN configurations into rural Indonesia, which has been an issue for many years as well. But that's gone beyond that to open Wi-Fi and open optical packet transport. And quite recently, there was a launch of a collaborative effort between Kominfo, GSMA, and Telecom University to put a metaverse-ready experience center as well. Furthermore, another great example is industry-led in India. So we know that the government of India has already driven an ambition to have made in India equipment being catalyzed not just for domestic consumption, but also for the international market as well. The Built in India program through TIP has already fostered over 2 years a wonderful ecosystem of suppliers that are domestically based, but also working with certain international markets like Taiwan to build up build up open Wi-Fi and open optical packet transport capabilities. With 35 suppliers that are already now harnessing that power, that's how Airtel, Spectra have driven forward their ambitions on Open RAN, on open Wi-Fi, and open packet transport. We are looking forward to many of these partners in TIP, who are members of TIP, really driving forward not just the ambitions in India, which is a massive market already, but also into other markets as well, and naturally seeing that progression happening. I'm not going to finish up just by that. I really want to make sure that everyone at the TIP community, as well as the industry at large, comes to our next event, which is Fuse in 2023 in October, Madrid. This will be a standout event where at least 2,500 people who will congregate talking about the inevitable transformation that's happening in this industry. So with a key theme of sustainability, we're looking forward to seeing energy efficient, cloud native, open disaggregated network solutions being showcased, as well as being talked about how they are becoming procurable in the market. So that's about it. Thank you very much. Thank you very much from TIP, and thank you very much to our sponsors. And welcome to Mobile World Congress 2024 and Fuse 2023. Thank you very much.